Good afternoon.
We are from Education Monitor TV, AMTV. We are here to interact with you to know about the mandate, successes and challenges of this, your establishment. So what can you say, sir?
Good afternoon, and good to have you around. The Institute for Agricultural Research, Samaru, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, as it is known as IAR Samaru by many, was established in 1922 as the research arm of the regional government of the Ministry of Agriculture in those days. The mandate of this institute at that time, at the time of establishment, is to research into problems of agriculture and provide solutions that will enhance productivity of agriculture in northern Nigeria at large, which consists of all the 19 northern states then. And the mandate included agricultural mechanization on how to reduce difficulty of operations such as drying, planting, application of fertilizer, herbicide, and so on and so forth. Then it also included in the development of improved crop varieties which are being planted by farmers in northern Nigeria. And at that time, it included all the vegetable crops, mainly onions, pepper, cabbages, and so on and so forth. Then staple crops like Irish potato, sweet potato, sesame, cotton, groundnut, cowpea, which is called beans in Nigeria, maize, sorghum, sunflower, and generally any other crop, including wheat, that is being grown in northern Nigeria. But around 1975, when institutions, regional institutions were federalized by the federal military government at that time, IAR became the property of the federal government of Nigeria. And along the transfer of the ownership of the institute came also realignment of some of the mandates. That reduced some of the crops which the institute worked on, and also it retained many of the ones that it used to have. For example, sesame, research into sesame and Irish potato, and most of the vegetables were taken away from IAR and were transferred to other institutes, research institutes owned by the federal government. We now have to our research mandate, research into cotton, groundnut, cowpeas, maize, sorghum, sunflower, artemisia. Artemisia is this plant from which anti-malarial drugs are produced. And then castor. Castor is an oil crop. The oil of castor is very versatile in the pharmaceutical industry, used in cosmetics and so on and so forth. And also jatropha. Jatropha is a tree that produces fruits whose oil is as efficient, if not efficient, as diesel. So it is a fuel that can be used in engines. So this is largely our mandate. Then in addition to that, we have a research mandate to conduct research into irrigation agriculture, the engineering of agriculture, the agronomy of agriculture, where crops can be grown under the dry season condition and what amount of water, or what type of soils and so on are part of our mandate also. Then we have continued with our mandate of researching into development of equipment and machineries that farmers can use to reduce drudgery in agriculture. For example, we have developed improved threshers that can use either electricity or fuel to thresh. We have developed dryers that can dry tomatoes or other farm produce. We have also developed machines that will help in weeding. We have developed machines that can assist in planting. So the machine, you put in your seeds, and then the planter will be mounted and be drawn by a tractor. So these are some of the machineries that have been developed over the years. In irrigation, we have developed improved means of irrigation that will economize water. You know, water is gradually becoming scantier and scantier for use in both agriculture and domestic use. So there is a need to conserve water, and very efficient methods have been developed by our scientists and are now being used by farmers and throughout Nigeria, not only in the northern state. I would like to say that even though the mandate for research into vegetables had been taken away from us, before it was taken away, this institute has developed improved varieties of tomato, heat-tolerant tomato, which was doing very well in our farmers' field. We have also developed improved varieties of pepper, the tatase type and the hot chili types also. Now, so far, we have developed up to 13 different improved varieties of cotton, 26 varieties of groundnut, 20 varieties of cowpea. In cowpea, including the newest variety that was developed and released recently, is insect resistant. This new variety of cowpea is going to save Nigerian farmers at least 16 billion naira every year if up to 1 million hectares of this variety is grown by our farmers through the savings that we will make from spraying of insecticide. Cowpea or beans is largely grown with the help of spray of insecticide, but this new variety is developed to resist a very notorious insect in field. It is called a pod borer insect. So this is one of the top-notch attainment made by this institute. This is the first time a cowpea of this nature was developed and released all over the world. So our team has really tried very hard for the last 10 years. We in collaboration with some of our partners, and are able to achieve this. Then in sorghum, we have developed 46 different varieties of sorghum, ranging from early maturing sorghum to different colors of the grain, from white to yellow, and so on and so forth. For maize, we have developed 54 different varieties of maize, including hybrids. Many of them are open pollinated varieties. Among them included quality protein maize. This quality protein maize is rich in a particular amino acid, which is very, very important for our health, most especially in children growing up. Then sunflower. Sunflower is an oil crop. Just like groundnut, its oil is being sold all over the world. We have developed and released 4 different varieties of sunflower. When you join the productivity of groundnut and sunflower plus soybean, which we grow in this country, we should have no reason whatsoever to import cooking oil for any reason, because we have the capacity. These varieties we developed can provide the requisite oil that is required for our consumption. We have also succeeded in delivering these technologies to farmers to showcase them in different states. We are constantly in touch with the agricultural development projects, which are arms of the state ministries of agriculture. We work hand in hand with them to make sure that farmers get to know about these technologies. All this success has come not without challenges. Our main challenge, especially these days, is the challenge of the need to recruit more and more scientists as our demand is expanding, our population is growing, and then the need for technologies is growing by the day, and also the speed with which you are expected to deliver technology and solve problems is also highly demanding. So we need to strengthen our human resource base, especially in areas of different specializations. Finance. The federal government in the last 5 years, I will have to acknowledge that federal government has grown to its promise of wanting to support agriculture, at least in the research sector. I will say that the federal government has invested a lot, and the Minister of Agriculture, the current Minister of Agriculture in particular, Alhaji Mohammed Sabo Nonono, has visited IAR since he assumed office many times, and all the time he comes and encourages us and show us that we are the foot soldiers of solving problems of agriculture. Specifically mentioned IAR as being in the forefront in providing solutions to agricultural development problems, and he assured to us his unflinching support anytime we're looking for, and I am happy to note that this year we have gotten a very significant release of our budgetary funds as we develop more and more areas of expansion into research and development. We will contact government again for additional support. My appeal to farmers is for them to be working with us much more closely than we used to do. I have changed myself, and my management team colleagues have changed our vision from that of being a research institute that needs to be consulted like a hospital where a patient has to go. We have made it a point of duty to go to where our patients are, which are farmers, and try to understand the problems they are facing, and then as scientists design solution to them jointly with them. And one of our strategy is to ensure that we have a day-to-day, almost day-to-day interaction with the farmer organizations. There's an umbrella organization of farmers in Nigeria, the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, and under its umbrella are different commodity producing associations. For example, there is maize producers, growers, and processors, marketers association. So these organizations experience on the ground problems pertaining to their commodities. There is the same organization for cowpea, beans, there's another one for groundnut, and so on and so forth. So these are going to be our partners in progress in terms of identifying the specifics of problems associated not only with production but with utilization. I would like to quickly go back again and explain that in terms of development of products, after producing a particular crop, the only way you can expand its demand is by diversifying its use. So our scientists have diversified means of utilizing crop products. For example, our recent product is flax made from sorghum and maize largely. And this is the equivalence of the cornflakes which our people take as cereals in breakfast. And the other equivalence is kanzo, which our mostly our students in secondary schools and some other places consume them as a snack and also sometimes as a food. So we have come forward to modernize and also enrich it. We have different strata of the kanzo type of flax, from our improved maize, improved sorghum. We have them in different taste, spiced, sugary, salt, and flat also, so that the user will find it very easy. And there are some that you can just be walking and then eating it. It is very crunchy and interesting, and if you want, you can immerse it in milk or in some other liquid that you can enjoy. We have also extracted roselle zobo concentrate, which can be packaged and for people to. So in other words, we are also targeting in terms not only enhancing productivity of our crop mandates, but we want to also elicit demand for these products by expanding their utilization. And at the end of the day, we want to add value so that enterprise spring up along our research. For example, we are interested in ensuring that individuals will come forward, we partner with them, take the prototypes of some of these machineries I alluded to earlier on, then they can have their startup. The kanzo or flex, for example, the zobo concentrates and so on, individuals can come over and try to establish an enterprise. And so my advice to farmers is that you have an opportunity for problem solving here. We have nothing other than to listen to your problems and then design scientific experiments and find a solution for those problems. And we don't stop there. We will also be knocking on your backyard and say, here is a technology we developed to solve the problem which you face. You remember that it is this institute that provide a solution for the control of the tomato, the notorious tomato pest, Tuta absoluta, in two or 3 years ago. And it went a long way in salvaging our tomato production in the country. I want to advise government in this light to rely on research institutes like IAR to find solutions to our agricultural problems. We are Nigerians. We know our landscape, we know our agricultural landscape more than anybody that might come inside. And at the same time, one of the ways that we can record success is to continue with this policy of closing our border and shutting our back against agricultural products of our other countries, unless it becomes seriously very necessary. Otherwise, we shall never grow. We have enough technologies to sustain this. And this is what I have to say.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.